desserts for you, and as a gift for Christmas, we're just glad to offer that. I do want to give you some information, however. We are going to give you the opportunity to help pay for those if you like, because it does cost a little bit of money. On each of the tables, there is a little bowl or a basket. If you want to put an offering in there, that'd be great to help cover the cost of desserts. And also, we're trying to help our youth that are going to Nazarene Youth Congress next summer. Several have been helping as servers and helping on the tables, so that some of the money will go to them too. So it's double offering for the dessert and also to bless the teens that are going to Nazarene Youth Congress next summer. So that's what that's for. So thank you for being generous and helping with that. A couple other instructions I was asked to give you. Please, at this moment, would you silence your cell phones? Yeah, I saw several of you digging for them. Make sure you turn those off or silence them, because when the play's going, we don't want them going off. It's a big distraction. So if you'll silence those and turn off the games you've been playing and stuff like that, and that'd be great. We'll also ask that you don't take flash photography during the drama, please, because that would be distracting. And like I said, hopefully you'll just stay and not move around everywhere during the drama. And enjoy this. Obviously we need you to be quiet. A lot of the speakers are not mic'd, so they're going to do their best to project, but if you're talking, it's going to make it really hard for other people to hear. So you're going to be quiet. And I think I've probably given you enough rules, so I better stop. We're really looking forward to this. We'll tell you more about the play later, and the people who put it together and directed it, but we're really looking forward to the way in a manger, and I'm just going to get out of the way and we're going to go. So thank you. Enjoy.
I'm so glad you have chosen to travel to Hebron with me today. I know you could have gone on a great big bus with a large group of people, but I think perhaps it's better you experience Hebron on your own. Perhaps you might be interested to know a little bit more about my land. You know, I am a local boy, born not far from Hebron. To begin, what is it you would like to see?
Of course, we would like to see the tomb of the patriarchs and understand some of the importance of this location.
Yes, I knew that is what you would want to see. In fact, did you know that Hebron is the oldest Jewish city in the world? In fact, the Jews say they have inhabited Hebron for more than 4,000 years. It is also the site where Abram purchased a tomb for Sarah, his wife, and later also for himself.
Is not this also the tomb of Isaac, Jacob, Rebekah, and Leah?
Ah, yes, sir, you have studied well. It is also believed, although merely a local legend, that Adam and Eve are buried near Hebron as well, because it is believed the Garden of Eden is near Hebron.
Is that so? I didn't know that. I always thought that Adam and Eve were buried somewhere between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers.
It is only a local legend, but for some reason Hebron is very significant and important. In fact, Abraham had a vision from God near Hebron, and Caleb, after the conquest of Canaan, drove out all of the large giants from the land, claiming the land for his God and for his people. 500 years later, David was crowned king right in Hebron.
That's fantastic. Now I'm glad that my father talked us into this little side trip.
Yes, I think it is place. Shall we go?
Open the window. Is this your ride? Come on, Ken.
Yes, this is my Dodge Chop Top from America. As I said, I think this trip is a good thing for you and your family, but I'm a little bit concerned about their young people. I hope they will appreciate all they will see and hear. They seem a bit preoccupied.
Yes, I just hope they put down their cell phones and try to understand some of the importance of what they are about to see.
I just hope that what we're doing is safe. Everywhere I look, I see soldiers with guns. I hear that tour buses have bulletproof glass.
Ah, yes. Those guns are there and visible for your safety. No one wants to see any harm come to you or any of the other 300,000 people who come to Hebron each year. Although my van does not have bulletproof glass, or any glass for that matter, I think we have something better.
What could be better?
I think your father knows.
Yes, we have the love and the protection of God.
Yes, I knew you would say this. It's what makes you Christians so happy and optimistic. It gives me an extra payday.
We could share with you that joy if you wish.
Someday perhaps. But for now, I think it's best I just be quiet and you can enjoy the beautiful views on this ancient trade route that connected the world to Egypt. Countless generations have traveled over this trade route for centuries. It is beautiful. Rocks and sand, sand and rocks. So I think it is a good thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin our descent into Hebron. Flight attendants, would you please prepare the... Oh, I'm sorry, that's my other part-time job. We have arrived at our destination, and all is well, for I have found a place to park.
Hannah and Todd, we are here.
Andrew, there are listening devices back there for you to help us understand a little bit more.
According to our driver, they tell us that we are going to need to enter the site from the Palestinian side of the shrine. Be right back.
Think Rams is losing it?
I don't know why he wanted to come to this place.
I know. It's hot and dusty. All the soldiers have guns. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. What did he say this place was even called?
Hebron.
I don't know what is so special about this place.
He said we were going to visit a bunch of tombs or something.
Not more tombs! Didn't we see enough tombs in Jerusalem? Do you think we might be lost?
I don't think so. The driver seems to know where he's going, at least.
You know, that's another thing. I don't like our driver. I don't trust him. He's way too nice. You know, all the other drivers were just rude. This guy's more like Jimmy Fallon.
I kind of like him. He gives me a whole new perspective on Palestinians. Do you have any servants?
Nah, and it looks like I should have charged the phone last night.
I think we're doomed to hear a bunch of stories about dead people.
Right. Looks like here comes Gramps.
He's scored us some tickets or something.
Oh, we're in. That was harder than I thought. Wrong country, wrong time.
You know where Dad is?
Oh, yeah. He went to get some handheld translators so we could listen to the narration while we're inside the tube. And please give this a chance. I have waited my entire life to come here, and with the political situation always changing, you may never get to come back here again. So, that's why I brought you, so you could learn something about your Christian heritage.
You know, that's what Mom said. I wanted to go to Jamaica, but no, we gotta go to Israel. Only the scariest place on earth.
Yeah, and you know what? I wanted to go to Disneyland. But instead, I got Dustyland.
I just hope you give this a chance, and maybe, just maybe, I might remember you in my will. So, yeah, that's the attitude right there. Anyway, so I just hope that you'll give it a chance, because we're soon going to be going back about 4,000 years in time.
Now, Grandpa, was that before or after you were in high school?
Very funny, 50,000 unemployed comedians. We get you.
Look, Gramps, I know you paid for our tickets here and everything, and I really do appreciate coming to one of the most historical places on earth, but it's Christmas. I understand at least going to Bethlehem. Isn't that where the Christmas story began? You know? Like, oh, little town of Bethlehem.
A lot of people make the mistake, but that is where it all began. But if you look back in time, the scripture says that the real story of Christmas began in the Garden of Eden, when God promised man that he would be reborn in the image of God.
Plus, if our driver's correct, we could be in the Garden of Eden right now. Don't move! I think I just saw a snake. It's eating an apple.
On so many levels.
Now, kids, settle down here.
Todd.
Would you guys mind stopping fighting just a few minutes? Paying attention to what's going on? You know, we are tourists here. The people are watching. Let's not try to convince them that all Americans are still living in the Wild West. We're going to meet our Palestinian guys here in a moment. I was able to check out these listening devices that should help us out. I think I got one for you as well. Would you like one? Now, Claude and Hannah, do set those to English.
That would not be Jamaican or Donald Duck. Hey, we got an extra ticket. We thought you might like to join us.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I have not visited this shrine since I was a small child. Perhaps now that I am grown, I will understand more. You know, I was named after Abram.
Yes, we thought this place might be very special for you. We appreciate all of your help so far. You never know, we may need a little bit of help with the guides.
Happy to serve.
Would you like me to get you a listening device?
That's okay. I speak the language, both Hebrew and Hebraic.
They told me it's the King's English, King James English.
It's the only authorized version, so I'm told by other Christians.
Oh, look, it's now. I have found the rest of the place to sit. Whither I go, I will go.
This is considered a very sacred place. To both Jewish and Islamic people, this is the second most sacred place in the whole world. You see, we all trace our heritage to the people who are buried here. To the Jews, their heritage is traced from Abraham through his son Isaac. For us, we trace our lineage from Abraham through his son Ishmael. As we enter the shrine, you will need to remove your shoes. This is a sacred place. The building we are entering dates from the time of Herod the Great. He built this building as a shrine to remember Abraham and the other patriarchs and matriarchs who are buried here. It served the same purpose 2,000 years ago that it serves today. As you approach the altar, you will see the place where Abraham was buried almost 4,000 years ago. Millions of people have stood right where you are standing and have considered the greatness of the man who is remembered here. The name of this area is called Hebron. There is some controversy about what the name means, but most agree that it has come to mean friend. And above all else, Abraham proved himself to be a friend of God. Listen now, and perhaps you will hear his voice.
Hello? So, my name is Abraham. Well, that is my new name. It was Abram. There is a saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It took a while for me to take that first step, and my steps weren't always in the right direction. Eventually, I came to understand all God wanted me to do was trust Him. I have come to understand how slow I was to learn that lesson. But when I did, I watched as God did many things that amazed me all the days of my life. It is said of me that I believed God, and that belief was counted to me as righteousness. It seems I did the easy thing. I believed the most wonderful thing I could, and as a result, I was blessed. It's what you might call a faith walk. Just as I did, you also can learn to walk by faith. Like me, you may not always see the path in the darkness. But if you are willing, God will shine a light and show you the way. Have I told you the many things the Lord God Almighty has done in my life? A new home in a new land. Descendants as numerous as the stars. A new name. I told you that before. It means Father of many nations. Protection from my enemies. Yes, He gave me many blessings and made me to be a blessing to all people through faith. I wonder, have you taken that first step of faith? The step of faith for salvation? Have you taken that step of faith to total surrender? The step of faith that will take you out of an ordinary life and into that otherworldly realm where God operates and uses ordinary people for His glory. You and I can never achieve all we can for Him until we cut ties with this world and, by faith, cast ourselves on Him. My children, I pray that God helps each of us to do just that. I am glad that you came to visit this tomb. But not come to worship those who once lived, but to celebrate the fulfillment of the promises God made to me long ago. You came to learn of the way. And perhaps you will learn to walk in the way, as I have.
Please move your selector to number 2. It is time to meet the people for whom this tomb was purchased. Abraham's wife Sarah and their son Isaac.
Names. Names are so important in the Bible. My name is, well, you laugh.
Don't tease, Isaac. We know people are here to learn about the heritage of faith, not listen to your silly jokes.
It's no joke. I didn't name myself. You gave me the name. You will laugh.
It's true. When I first heard I was going to have a baby at age 90, I confess, I laughed at the very idea. And I knew others would laugh when I heard about